Welcome to the final episode of Season 1 of Behind the Bricks. Me and Tom appreciate every single one of you who have taken to listen to our podcast, and we're just so grateful that you took time out of your own day to click on a YouTube video and listen to us talk about Lego and Brickfilms. So thank you to everyone out there who's listened. And on this last episode, we talk about our favorite Brickfilms. It's a pretty chill topic, so sit back, relax, and roll the tape.
Welcome to the season finale of the Behind the Bricks podcast. I am Tom and I'm joined by my co-host Jared.
What is up, everybody? It's the season finale.
What's up? The season finale, and since this is a brick filming podcast, we are going to talk about the special brick films for us, the brick films that inspire us today. And I know Jared has got a long, healthy list. I've managed to, well, I say I immediately managed to write down a handful. But this is very much, I mean, we'll be lucky if we can get away with this in our half an hour slot. But yeah, I mean, I could really go on for days just reminiscing about some of the films that's inspired me over time, because I think that's just like, sometimes you could just have like a frame in a film could end up inspiring you, I think. Yeah, I've got a couple of films written down here that I maybe inspired me, but also that I can just watch over and over again on a loop.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, you know, there's tons of brick films out there that have, like you said, inspired us and just like made us realize, you know, why we love doing this.
Yeah,
because there's so many things you can do with Lego, and you know, telling a story is one of them. And I think there's a lot of people out there in the world today that can tell a really good story with these plastic characters, and it's just a great thing. And I have so many to talk about. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, Nigel, do you want to kick us off? Do you want to kick us off with you first?
Yeah, I think, you know, this one's a unanimous a starter. You know, it's one that I think has inspired a lot of us via Star Wars, and that I think is Gareth Pugh and Squad 42.
God damn it, cross that one off my list then.
I mean, nothing beats it. Because
dude, Squad 42 is just, yeah.
I remember buying my first Lego Star Wars set and going on YouTube and just like looking up Lego Star Wars. The very first thing that pops up is Gareth Pugh, Spuggers Do, Squad 42. Not knowing what this thing is, I'm like, I'll click it, boom, Squad 42. You got troopers, you got droids, you got lasers everywhere, you got MTTs.
Yeah, Squad 42 immortalizing the original clone turbo tank design.
Yes, and then you got the high pitched voices of the original, the original Squad, and it's just like, Gareth, well done. Golf clap.
Well done. That's definitely a big inspiration, especially for me in terms of the CGI. We've said that on the Frame 100. We've probably said that in this show already. But the CGI in that, whew, especially in the new one, like damn.
Oh, man, don't even get me started.
We could do a whole 30 minutes just on that.
Quick little discussion on Gareth Pugh and the new Squad 42 Dissolution. Favorite film. Like, favorite brick film that I've definitely seen in a long time.
Nice.
And it's so much going on. It's so good. It's so much weight and so much suspense. And Gareth did such a good job with it, and it was well worth the wait. Go check it out if you haven't seen it.
Absolutely. Right. Okay. Well, that one's gone off my list. So I guess I will go in with another iconic Lego Star Wars brick film, and I'm going to say iconic, and everyone will go, yeah, it's iconic. It's the Fancy Pants Clone Training Center. Oh man. My goodness, that is such a funny film. Oh, I could just keep watching it over and over again. That Seymour Butts joke, it shouldn't be funny, but it is so funny. Oh my, in the laughter, the sound effects he's got for the laughter.
It's so... It's vintage Fancy Pants, man, and nothing beats it, and it's just a lovely watch for anybody, like any age, any like demographic, like you don't have to be a Star Wars fan. I think you can watch that and still get a good kick out of it, and I think that film does so well, and I really hope Jordan at Fancy Pens continues the Clone Training Center series. But we'll see.
I think he is. I think he tweeted this week or something like he's hoping to get back. He released a video. He's hoping to get back to making them, but he's not going to make them to his schedule. He's just going to make them for him, which I think is really good actually, because it probably means he might sort of push himself a little bit more to do some more crazy shots, or I think the quality will benefit from.
Totally agree.
Just you don't want to be making it to like he said, it was turning into a job, and I think sometimes actually you just want to ramp it down, step it back, and go, actually, yeah, this is a hobby, and just enjoy it, because it's when you're enjoying your work that's when you make your best work.
Yeah, and I think to stay on this comedy trail, another one of my favorite like comedy films, like Kesha is known for his comedy. I think every one of his Brickfilms is hilarious. But probably the one that made me really cry out of laughter was Meeting of the Heroes and Meeting of the Villains. Those two videos literally made me laugh out loud when I first watched them, and I still love them to this day. And they're so good, and just like him doing all the voices for each different character, it's just beautiful, man. It's so good.
His comedy is such a hard genre, I think, to pull off. But it's I guess it's a little bit of a gamble, because probably 90% of the time it will just be, it was pretty funny where it was funny, but then you get that like 5 or 10% where it's just like hilarious, and it will just stick in people's memories for years, because it's just iconic. That's the word you use. And
I think Panzer Hat is definitely, he's Trevor's favorite Brick film of all time, and I think Panzer Hat is on that train right now, the comedy train.
Yeah.
Like Lego McDonald's fail. Oh my god, that was released I think it was like a couple months ago probably. But it was so good and so funny, when you got Ronald McDonald and you got the Burger King going head to head, and classic. It's good, man. It's hilarious. Like I think, like you say, comedy is definitely one of the hardest things to do with Lego. I think it's one of the easiest. And I think it fits the persona of the plastic minifigure very well. But if you can make somebody laugh in a brick film, props to you. Like, comedy is a hard genre to touch in any type of creative environment. But Panzer Hat, man.
Yeah. I guess another Keshan one, which I thought you were just about to steal another one off of me. Then on my list, this is another one I can just watch on a loop, and it is just funny every single time. I believe it was his Thack entry.
Oh my god!
Last year, FHAC, the 48-hour animation contest. Oh my goodness! I mean,
that's on my list too.
It's genius. The wordplay is so genius that he's come up with, and it's obvious. Like as soon as you watch the video, you're like, that's such a great storyline. It's like it's right in front of our noses, right under our noses the whole time.
It's such a Keshan thing to do.
Yeah. And the fact that he did it in 24 hours as well just adds to it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful film.
Like, if you need a good laugh, man, if you need something to cheer you up, I think just clicking on Keshan 8's channel is probably the best thing to do.
Yeah. He's definitely up there as up there on the top comedy brick filmers for sure.
Another quick film of his is Lego Civil War, and the scene where Winter Soldier is driving the mini car into the window.
Yeah.
and he takes like 30 minutes. Oh, it's gold.
Oh, goodness.
It's so good. It's just so funny, man, and like it's hard to beat.
Yeah, for sure. You got any other comedy films on your list at all?
Comedy. I'm trying to think. I guess if you count this a comedy, I think you would. Definitely one that caught my attention, I think a year ago or a little less, I'm not really sure. It's Benny and Lee in Parallel Panic by Silly Penta.
Silly Penta.
Oh, man. That is normally I get turned off by 15-minute brick films, but not this one. Dude, this one I was stuck in it from the very beginning. It's just classic.
That's the sign of a good film. That is, when you
It's
don't
so
look
good.
at the clock.
That is a great sign. I think Pinto does a great job.
Yeah.
Of keeping you entertained from the very beginning and to the very end. And Benny and Lee is such an iconic, Lego. I don't want to say couple because they're not really a couple, but just a duo. Thank you. That's the word. Like an iconic duo on the Lego Brickfilm, quote unquote universe. So it was great to see them interact in this parallel world that they built, and it was just a really cool brick film to watch, and it's definitely one of my favorites from the last year, and definitely one of my favorites ever, I think.
Yeah, nice. Another film on my list actually that I guess sort of, and I think we'll probably end up discussing this set of films for a couple of minutes, but it's actually not the obvious choice to represent the series, and you'll understand what I mean when I say it. It's the Forest Fire Lego Batman film. I can't remember the exact title. It might be Bats. It's the one where they order extra bats to replace all the dead ones in the cave.
Yes.
And they think they've ordered 300 bats, and the box bursts open, and there's thousands of these things pouring out. It is so funny. Oh my goodness. I'm in tears every single time. The bats just spewing out of the crate, and they end up killing Alfred. And Alfred must have died so many times in these films.
Yes.
But it is never as good as that time. Oh my goodness! And and the Batcave starts burning down, and so they end up running out of the Batcave, and you just see the model in the background of Wayne Manners just burning down, and it's just tears every single time.
I think that ending shot of them looking at the Batcave on fire is so iconic.
God.
It's so good, and it seals the film completely.
It's like, Robin, we can't stay here. Run.
It's definitely one of the funniest Brick films. I think Forrest does such a good job. I think recently, he's been doing so good, especially with his 4-part Batman series he's doing right now. But I think it was the second part with Nightwing, and it's Nightwing and Two-Face in that alleyway.
Oh yeah.
And it's just so good. And I think Forrest's comedy has gotten so much better over the years.
Yeah.
And he's getting better each and every day. And I think, his Batman series is so good, man. It's so good.
Oh yeah. And the animation quality as well. It's got the Justice League film. It's a great one of that is when the Lex Luthor or something's drowning Aquaman, and Batman's just like, how?
My favorite line from that is just he's like, Flash, get my dead parents out of here. You got it.
Oh goodness.
Man.
It is so funny. Oh yeah, that and the more serious films he's done that is like the Batman Arkham film I think he did with Sean Willett, and the Captain America via the Zombies, just for the spectacle. I mean, I think only brick filmers and stop motion animators can truly have an understanding for how long that must have, appreciation for how incredible that film is, because he's got so many zombies on screen walking about.
Yeah, it deserves so much more recognition than it gets right now.
Yeah,
it deserves to be broadcasted all over the world right now, because
he has to be fair, he has just crossed 1 million subscribers, and fair play to him, he is earned that. I guess the Duck song probably helped a lot. Which, and that is, I guess, an iconic video on YouTube, full stop. His Lego stuff, it's fantastic. It's one of those YouTubers that, whenever a video comes out and you just you're scrolling down your subscription feed, you just click it, regardless. If you look at the title, you just see the name Forest Fire. You just Mum, cancel the tea. I'm busy, and it's just you just drop what you're doing, you run home. And great films. Thomas Ridgewell, we've got to mention him. Forlorn Creature.
Yep.
I really liked his Creeper series. I really liked it. I like the emotion. And he actually, it's different because it's the so Lego do a load of Minecraft sets now, yeah. But they used to, when they started out, they were like, I don't know how to describe them because they weren't micro figures, but they were like that size. They were all brick built characters.
Yeah.
And the film's shot with those, and it has remarkably, especially the finale, has remarkably little speech in it. But it just conveys so much emotion with the lighting and it's just like practical rain.
Oh yeah. Man.
Yeah.
Ooh, Creepers was such a. Whew. It's such a groundbreaking brick film, I think, because you go from like such a fun kid game to a serious conflict and confrontation between the farmers and the creepers, and the 4-part series Thomas did was just incredible, and that last episode, ooh, emotions everywhere.
Yeah. Oh,
it was nuts. It was such a long wait, but it was totally worth it, I think.
See, for me, I sort of came across that series when the final episode came out, so I just watched all 4 of them in a row, and the wait did. Oh, hang on, are we getting mixed up? Because he's done. I think he's done 2 Minecraft series now, hasn't he? He's done the one with the minifigures and one with the micro figures. So I mean, they're both excellent. I jumped over that there, I must admit, yeah. But
I mean, they're both great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
And I think Thomas takes from the micro figures, and he excels even more with the minifigures.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
they're both great. They're amazing.
I mean, anyone who's played Minecraft knows how infuriating creepers are, and
oh god,
we end up on the creepers' side in that film, and I said earlier. I think comedy's hard to do. I think it is harder to elicit a deep emotional reaction from a viewer through the medium of brick films, because at the end of the day, it's a toy, so it's hard to take it seriously. But
and I think with not a tangent, but a transition from that. Sola Luna by Rio Force.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic, because it displayed so much emotion between 2 characters through Lego.
Yeah.
Like who would have thought that was possible? But I mean, Rio did it. He did it in such a fantastic way.
He sure did. Yeah, I totally agree with that one as well. I've got one left on my list that I've written down. So do you wanna sprinkle in if you got a couple more?
I think another good one is by Zach Macias, and that's The Profession. Definitely an iconic action brick film that inspired lots of us to do fight scenes.
Yeah.
With our Lego minifigures, and Zach did it so well. He did it probably the best anyone has ever done it, and he set the bar as high as it can be. And it's definitely hard to recreate The Profession, and it's just something really good to watch when you need inspiration, and it's just so well made, and I'm kind of jealous from it because the animation is so smooth and the sound effects is just like they fit perfectly, and everything is just great about that brick film in my opinion.
I've actually just come out of another one. You triggered my memory there when you said the fight scene. And the one I think of is Bricks Brought to Life. They did Lego Star Wars: The Old Republic. It came out 5 years ago. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a little
I have.
It's a little bit more obscure, but basically it's a lightsaber fight, and it might be one of the best lightsaber fights I've seen animated in Lego. I mean, I still watch it now to take. When I made my 8x8 entry, I watched it to sort of see how he does stuff. See the movements and stuff, because that was a really nice put together video. And the Bricks Brought to Life guy, actually, I think he's made some other styles. Oh, he's made some stuff recently, actually. He's currently making a tutorial series, which is really good to watch.
Well, that's great. Very useful.
So Bricks Brought to Life, if you want to check him out, he made a video not too long ago. Oh, blimey, that was a year ago. Wow. Oh, he does a lot of trailer recreations, but he did a Lego Batman shark bait video. And
Oh.
oh my goodness, he made this video. I've totally forgot to put this on my list. So me and Jared are massive Ninjago fans, I don't think, but this film, Lego Ninjago, don't forget the popsicle. Oh my goodness.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
a
goodness.
good film.
Oh god, when the popsicle falls out of the ninja's hand and it like pops on the floor and the guy is selling them, it's just like, and he puts his hands up in front of his mouth and then he rebuilds his cart and ends up flying up and handing back the popsicle. And that's a great film actually.
It's
That
great
is a great
animation.
film.
It's like really good animation.
Outstanding animation. Oh god, yeah. They just keep coming to my films. I'm definitely still forgetting films as well. The final one on my list is Linkin Pop 13. He did Under the Red Hood. It's a Lego Batman film. It's quite long. I can't remember if it's half an hour or 20 minutes. It is a long film, but it is of the highest quality. It for me is the number one. I'll say serious because obviously Forest Fire, as we've said, made some good Lego Batman films among other people. It is the best serious Lego Batman film I've seen, without a doubt. It's really worth a watch, and it's a long film. And usually think either films are good with quality or they're long usually. But this film is like high quality long. It must have taken like hours and hours to make, but nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. It's like watching an episode of the animated show or something.
Yeah, man. That's quite a statement you said there. Best Batman brick film.
Yeah, I know,
Really?
and there are hundreds, if not thousands.
Thousands for sure.
That is the quality I strive to when I make my Batman films. But yeah, I'm so happy. I remember that popsicle video. It's so
I
good.
think another good film that definitely ranks on my list is actually a couple by the same creator, and that's Brick. And one film of his is The Front. I don't know if I think I told you about this about a month ago, but man, it is such a good film because I think it was made, I wouldn't say 2013, 2014, something like that. But it's really good. And like the animation is always superb because Brick is a great animator. And man, like the aesthetic of the film and the atmosphere that he builds, no pun intended, like it's just great. And another good film that I actually watched today for the first time of his that has made it onto this list is Jurassic Floor. And it's about this guy and his kid going to his work on an elevator, and they get to the 13th floor, and that's like a floor taken by dinosaurs.
Oh yeah. This is coming back to me now.
Oh man, I watched that today for the first time, and it's just good. It's just great, and the animation's fantastic, and the set design is beautiful. And, man, Brick is so good.
He's definitely going to be one of those iconic names going forwards, I think.
Yeah, I just discovered him probably about a couple months ago. Probably like the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
And I definitely dived into his films, and man, they're fantastic every time, and I just love to watch them.
Yeah, I think interestingly, I'm looking at my list, and a lot of these are very good films. But actually, the most iconic films for me, my best films, they might not necessarily have the best set design or the best story or the best effects, or on paper they might not seem like the best made brick films. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. Obviously, these are great films, but they've done something, and it's hard to put your finger on what they've done, but they've somehow captured some of this magic. Like I guess what I mean when I say this is like the Clone Training Center, for example. That doesn't look like Star Wars. That doesn't look like a Star Wars clone base. It doesn't. But it's like a basic put together set. But it's just the voices, the story, the jokes. There's something. I think it's a real skill to capture. Magic is the word I use because it's the only word I can use to describe it. But it's one of those things I think is really inspiring to me because you don't need to make the best set out there, or you don't need to make have the best sound design or whatever. Obviously, all that stuff helps, but if you can somehow harness and capture that magic, you're on for a winner.
Totally agree, 100%.
Yeah. So, have you got any more on your list? I'm out of stuff now.
I'm out of stuff too, man. I think we covered a lot of films today.
We have. We've done a very, very brief whistle-stop tour. I'm sure we've missed stuff. 100% we've missed stuff. But yeah, let us know in the comments what your number one brick film of all time is. You can say Dog 4 is fine. I love Dog 4 too. That triggers so many people. I love it. That film. Great.
Dog 4. Nothing.
Dog 4.
Don't ever change. Don't ever change.
Captured some magic there, my friend. Captured some magic there. Yeah. So as I said, and as you might be suspecting, given that this has a hashtag 10 in part of the title, this is in fact the season finale.
It is. What a journey.
Yeah, what a journey, man. I'm really glad we've done this actually, and I think it's been really chill. The jazz music helped, obviously. Obviously, we are sort of, I guess, loosely planning a season 2. I don't know when that's going to be released, or because we've got some ideas. Because obviously we've covered a lot of the stuff we wanted to chat about in this series. But we might do something with guests, an interview thing going forwards. I guess, I don't know. We're just sort of floating ideas right now.
Oh yeah, I think that's definitely our main focus. I think is definitely trying to figure out what to do and what guests to bring on if we do bring guests. And I hope we do, because I think that would definitely make the second season totally different. And we're excited. So if I get this is not really an open casting call, but if you're interested,
or you've got some names you'd like us to sort of have a chat with, or to have on the show.
Just write them in the comments below, or send us a PM or on any social media or on Discord. You'll find us there, and we'll consider it. We'll think about it, and we'll say no probably, but don't worry about it.
The other thing is, because this is a pre-recorded show, it's probably going to take quite a while to make the second season, because it's like availability of these people, and then it'll be like potentially three people we're trying to find time to sit down and make a podcast with. But another thing we're floating at the moment is potentially it might be on Jared's channel. So if you haven't already, get over to Jared's channel, hit that subscribe button. You never know.
Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Only 6 subs away from 400.
Here we go. The end of next week, I'm feeling it. By the time this episode's out, it's going to be on 420. I'm calling it.
420, baby.
I'm calling it. Yeah, I think. What are we on at the moment? I think episode 6 has just released. Episode 7 is due to release this week. Okay.
Yeah. So cool. I think, I mean, no guaranteed dates, but I would think season 2 would probably be a beginning of 2019 release, which is kind of depressing to say. But I mean,
that's
5 months. 5 months is probably more realistic than 3 months, I guess. Yeah. But we'll definitely see. We'll definitely let people know when these things are coming out. But we appreciate everyone coming along and listening to us ramble 100%. On Brickfilms and Lego and everything in between.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, very. I'm quite happy with how this series is done.
Me too.
I say that. I mean, obviously, only about half the series has been released, but I think we've had some good feedback. We've got a nice couple of listeners, and I think people are generally enjoying it, which is nice to hear.
Yeah, and I think if you got any more feedback or anything you want us to know, just let us know in the comments below or in a private message, and we'll get back to you.
And that's the other thing, I guess. Like half of this season, series, the first 7 episodes, I think, or first 6 episodes were more technical based, and then the last couple have been a bit more chilled and just discussion, which I think both of them have merits for sure. Yeah. But
I totally agree.
What do you guys prefer? We're all open for suggestions. So.
Yeah. Do you like chill? Do you like us just rambling on, or do you like a more topic-based discussion? Because some people do prefer, just no topics, just rambling, and some people do prefer a more organized session. So just let us know what you prefer, and
or a bit of both. I mean, as Star Wars
Yeah.
said, bit of both then.
bit of both.
Yeah. Maybe we'll even touch on topics outside of, dare I say it, outside of Lego.
What?
Who knows? 'Cause,
No.
Yeah, I know, man. It'd be crazy it would be crazy.
It would
But
be
anyway,
very
thank
crazy.
you very much for joining us on this season of Behind the Bricks. I've been your host, Tom. My co-host has been Jared.
That's me.
And yeah, we've had a chill time. So thank you
great.
very much for listening. And have a good week. Have a good month. Have a good year. Enjoy 2018.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And
Always subscribe.
go check out the Frame 100 podcast because we'll be over there. That'll be where you get your Jared and Tom content going forwards.
That's
for
right.
the foreseeable future. So yeah, thank you very much for watching.
Peace out, everybody. Until next time.
Until next time.